how you get to that level. So you get to a level where you're the best company in the world. You put yourself out there, and you're gonna see not only they'll follow you, then they stay in because the company is the best company in the world. With other companies, I see people get people in, but people leave very quickly because there's no substance. Here, 18 years, 19 years now, actually 19 years now. And there are people in this company been here for 19 years. So, anyways, get yourself on the QT program. Doesn't matter what country you're in, get yourself on the QT program right away. I'm telling you, the sooner you do that, I told that to our first lady millionaire, Sherry and Tammy, when she first launched, joined us in 15, 16 years ago. She was bringing a lot of guests, but then she's not getting a lot of success. She asked me one time, she says, I don't know, I'm bringing a lot of people in to the presentation, but I don't have the stats of close ratio as other people in the company. I say, you know what? So it's not the product, it's not the comp plan, because other people have the same product, same comp plan. What you got to do is get in front of the room, participate, show that you're a leader. Start with a testimonial, product testimonial, then business testimonial, then do some then do one part of the presentation, the full presentation, and those stuff. So this is how, and she did that today. I mean, the rest is history. They got a very large team, they made millions, and so that's what it is. People will follow you once when they see you above them, because they're scared, right? When they see you're not scared. I'm not talking as stature wise. I'm talking about strength wise. That's okay. You know what? I want to follow. All right. Let's talk about the business. Tonight I want to get back, talk about some of the work we're doing. Essentially, what we're doing at the office day and night, is that we're going back to the basics of the business. Plus, we're adding a whole bunch of new stuff. We're putting fun back in the game. There's so much we're doing, and I find my ways to get my inspiration as well. I've done this for 35 years. People tell me all the time, Ramin, well, how do you stay motivated for 35 years? I need my things. I need my things to keep me motivated as well. I'll tell you what a conversation I had with an old friend of mine, and that inspired me so much. To the point I was talking to the restaurant about it yesterday. He's in Kenya, and said, you know what? And he knows this person. This is what network marketing is all about. We'll get to that in a minute. One of the first things that we're looking forward to, and we've done with the new tour, and we're putting back the old sense of we're balancing things out. Where we're putting fashion and balancing health and fashion together, because people are different. When we had fashion, we had this much larger crowd. When we own fashion, much larger crowd, because fashion is fun, right? And people like to join fun things, right? Everybody loves shopping, right? Everybody loves shopping. So when we have our own fashion business, everybody came in, and that's so much fun. The testimonials were different. The people were different. We draw in a whole bunch of people who maybe not necessarily been interested in MLM, or they were just wanted. They love the fashion. It's visual. It's a like product. It's a one product, and they would get it. After that, we got into health, and health draws a different kind of crowd, which is great. But we kind of lost our traditional little bit. So we're gonna balance both, because together we got the best of both worlds. So together we're going to be able to cover pretty much 2/3 of the world, because the stuff we have is the stuff that everybody needs. So, and I'm also looking at the designers and what they're doing with the fashion line. Really pumped about that, with a new gallery showroom that we're going to build in the new office. It's incredible. We have some big news too about very much soon coming at you. So I'm really, really, really excited, because 14 or 15 years we look forward to the Tuesdays, and then was the Wednesdays. We look forward because the show would be jam packed, but everybody just want to be there, because that's heard, with the Ferry Marsh or this new design, they just want to come out to take a look. Of course, when they come take a look, remember, when people come take a look, one of three things will happen, right? They become a customer, they become a distributor, they're not interested. So, but the hard part is to get them out. And people should come out just because we had gorgeous stuff, which we do today. Our stuff today is nicer than before. We just don't, the focus is not there. We're putting the focus back in. we're gonna keep on evolving. Remember, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. You can't stay stagnant. And so we're really, really revved up about this new castle that we're moving into with, what we do with just the showroom and just the lounge. It's opulence. It's opulence. It's going to take a while. With the construction, we're going to designers on it right now. So that the thing that I want to give you is a lot of you guys are new, because if you join after 2018, you haven't seen any of this, right? So I want to give you a little vibe how things used to be, even with the current office, even with the previous office, which is a much smaller place. That was 15 years ago. The vibe, it was just so different. And so we start to feel it. Some of the people we're talking to now who knew us back then, and they're pretty excited about us start doing fashion stuff, TIFF, Oscars or whatever it is. We're Canada's largest private fashion house. So we put in fashion and we put in fun back in. We got some of the most serious health products, Safe Home Revolution. It's going to keep on saving people's lives all around the world every single day. But the people who are being saved, they're shopping every day. They're shopping for shoes, bags, jewelry, 30 plus use cases. So we don't want them just to be healthier and yet use junk from outside, or get healthier, we're there for a while and get sick on the toothpaste. We that we buy from outside. We want to get everybody using all our stuff. And Uplift's become top business. It's a long term. It's like a lifetime business. You build it once, you eat forever. I mean, that's how it is. You build it once, you eat forever, because the product's amazing. It's addictive when people get on these products and they stay on it. It's just simple. They stay on it. Now you have to do your part though. We had a very strong regimen when people got into the business. Whether they bought their follow something, 3 days later we call them back. We want to make sure they're using it, because sometimes, people taste this. I don't like the taste. It's not a beverage, okay? Just take it, right? And it's there to protect your health. People sometimes complain about the taste. I mean, what, medication tastes better? It's what, you want to get sick and then you go on medication for the rest of your life. So you do this because that you prevent something that tastes much worse. It's much worse for you, which is medicine. So we got to follow up 3 days later, right? Make sure. As a matter of fact, what I would do if I was somebody's trying out at the fountain of life, I'll give a taste right in front of me, right? Here, open up, boom. Which I do all the time. All the time, people come, say, open up, boom. They bond with it right away. And sometimes we're like, I said, yeah, it's not a beverage, man. It's just killing, it's making it healthier. I could see you look better already. So, so they understand. So I want to deal with that right away while he's in front of me. So now he's not laying around saying, and maybe I don't want to take it. I want to deal with that at that moment. So, we're going to put the fashion back in. The fashion is a whole new, not that it ever went away, it's there, but our focus is going to be on that. Because it's a lot. Our testimonials back then, it was incredible. First of all, we had 3 times the crowd, 4 times the crowd we have today. Because people come out for fashion. They just love fashion. And then, the testimonials were so different because we had no health products, right? There's nothing. There's no skincare, nothing. It was just fashion. 3,000 or 4,000 SKUs of just gorgeous fashion. And the testimony was like this. We had 50 people lined up. And one would say, hey, I was out there, I sold my watch off my wrist. And you guys say, oh, yeah, this earring, and oh, yeah, this necklace, oh, yeah. And I got this person, and now they chew because some wearing this. It was all about wearing and how people approach them. And we used to make a big point of this. We used to say, while other health companies, they have to go look for people to use it and build a case why people should use the product. Our product, the way it is, people come to us constantly. So once you ferry it up head to toe in parchment, people will always, it's 100%. Somebody will say nice earring, nice shoes, nice watch, nice ring, nice, so that's just all this. We went to a concert, Sanas and I, Andrea Bocelli, and it was very upscale thing. And we go to the valet, and as I'm getting out, the valet guy opened the door. So the first thing he said, I love your shoes. I said, yeah, it's Fairy, and so, oh, Fairy, I haven't heard about it. And so the point is that this is what happens when you ferry up, when you posh up, when you wear your own stuff. and we did this for 14 years. We were pretty strong about it. Like we go to a meeting, we go to an island, we go to a country, and we see a bunch of people in the room. We expected everybody who's a power partner was head to toe opulence and nothing else. And occasionally, if somebody, they weren't quite there yet, we would have a talk about that. We would have a talk about that. Not at that moment, but this is how you go build $100,000 one income earners with 7,000 distributors, like we do with Renee. Because again, you can sit in front of other MLM distributors, and we used to do this a lot. And the two people are sitting. We got an opulence person, and we got somebody else representing something else. And then they try to say who's better. Yet the person that selling something else, everything he's wearing or she's wearing, we make and we sell. So they have to go outside to buy the stuff that they need every day. We make the stuff that we need every day, and we buy it at wholesale and bulk buying and inflation-free and tax-free and all that from our own mall, right? So you tell me who's better. A company that you join that you need to still buy everything from outside mall, or a company that you join that you buy everything you need better from your own mall, tax-free, inflation-free, all that great stuff. So this is where we're at. We're excited to bring that element in, put it back into opulence. And Divine is here. Divine is going to shock people. I know he's going to have his own series of testimonials. The more you study this product, the more you study, the more impressed you're going to become on pressure. By the way, did I tell you, Ferry Marsh, you have some great news coming out soon. So let me tell you about my inspiration last week. We all have to get inspiration from somewhere. Talking to a friend of mine I know, and his name is John Solider. I've known him for 35 years. As a matter of fact, when I joined MLM, when I launched my very first business in MLM was 1990, 20 years old, 1990. And the top distributor, who at that time, in 1990, he was making $120,000 a month. At that time, he was the number one guy, the master distributor. So we really hit it off because I was a wrestler, Vaz was a wrestler, and he's a wrestler. So he's a big guy too. So we really hit it off. So fast forward 35 years later, I was talking to him last week. You know what? He's still with another company, and he's still crushing it. He's still making $60,000, $80,000 a month. He's a multi-millionaire. We had a good hour talk. I said, he was on my upline then, and I was still. So I'm asking all kinds of questions now. See how he's doing his business today, because he's in the high 60s now, probably. Mid to high 60s. He still goes to the jiu-jitsu, and so he's been doing this longer than me. So I said, what's your schedule like, John? Tell me about it. He says, well, on a slow day, I'll do about 10 appointments a day. On a busy day, 18. That's about the record, 18. Of course, that doesn't include all the random phone calls you get from everybody who's calling you for different reasons. We talk about appointments. And so what justifies an appointment? He says, prospects. I said, John, on a slow day, you talk to 10 prospects? He says, absolutely. I said, so how does that work? Because he doesn't, he's got 200,000 people in his team. So he's still prospect. But he says, yeah, now I tell people to call me. And it says, so this is a process of escalation, we then talk to the uplines, and because obviously he's got a lot of leaders below him. He says, no, anyone wants to call me, they can call me. I'll talk to anybody. Like, wow. I'll talk to anybody. Like what he's done this for 40 years. 40 years, full time, ever since I've known him. And they just had a convention in Mexico. 4,000 people were there. 4,000 people were there. And guess who got most of the awards on the stage? John Sullivan. It's on his Facebook page. And awards that he shouldn't win. Top this, top that. And he's just, wow. I was so inspired by it. Honestly, I was so inspired. And I could see why he's such a good shape. I could see why He hasn't changed a bit from 35 years ago because I talked about in forensics, but the next. So, you only get old when you have too much time with yourself. When you're chasing something, when you're constantly with other people, the energy that comes at you, your body just the way it feels, you're working out your brain all the time. You're sharp as anything. And of course, you're making millions, but just a gratification of helping so many other people to make money. I mean, that must be the absolute best feeling in the world, absolute best fountain of youth in the world. Just constantly, I say, you know what? This is how we used to be. This is how our place used to be, and we need to embed that in. Where hey, listen, talk to anybody. Okay, it doesn't matter if you got pin or rank. I can guarantee you, whoever you are, you're not like John Sullivan. Okay, so he's is much many times bigger than you. And I just had to listen. So I said to John, because Reza knows him. I said, John, you gotta talk to Reza for me. He said, no problem. I love you guys anytime. And I just because sometimes you hear people say, oh, I had a Reza yesterday. Kenya goes, oh, I've had about 7 or 10 appointments today, which is great, which is a good thing. And he says, oh, it's been, I'm exhausted. I said, oh, that's a slow day for John. That's a slow day for John. It feels tough because you don't do it all the time. We should be doing it all the time. Ask yourself this: would you rather do this full time, make 100,000 a month, make millions of dollars, and just make calls all day? Who doesn't want to do that, right? And so everybody wants to do that, right? You're gonna get a juicy 50, 60, $100,000 monthly check, and all you have to do is answer the phone call and say the same pitch, same spill to the next person that's gonna adopt that story and go and change his life. That's probably the easiest job in the world. You have a great team when people call you to do three calls. If your phone's not ringing, it's horrible. Two things are happening. If your phone's not ringing off the hook every day for 3-way calls, there's two things. One, you don't have a team, they're dead, right? Or you're not relevant to the team. And none of them are good, right? They're both very negative. And of course, it's costing you money too, because you put your energy with their energy, and they make more money, and you make more money. Of course, you're relevant, you're a leader, and you're feeling younger. Though you become a John, where 30 years from now, for me, 17, 18 millionaires, he's probably done 50. I'm just guessing. I don't know, but I just know you can go ahead and build a check like that without having a lot of people building a massive check. And his company, honestly, it's a tough product, and the comp plan is not good. I've told him that. But the thing is, the product they sell got one main ingredient, and the main product, and that's in here already. So I was so inspired. Hearing someone who's done this for 30 maybe 40 years, because I'm at 35. He was already in. He was already a top scorer, at 120,000 a month. So he's probably got 40 years in. And I started thinking about it afterwards. At first, I was really, really impressed, right? Wow, 40 years in, and slow day 10 calls, busy day 18, and that doesn't include the random calls you get from here and there. Your distributors. This is basically appointments that people set for him. And I was really impressed at first. Then I started to think afterwards. I said, well, you know what? What else would you do? Like, seriously, what else would you do? What's harder? What's easier than that? If all you have to do, wait for your phone to ring, that's what leaders do, and then you're there to answer the phone, and you're ready to perform, and that's boosts your ego and everything else, and you're feeling fresh, and you're all well greased up because you do it so often. You're at your top level. You're at level 10. You're at level 10. And what's better than that? Would you rather do nothing all day? I could never do that, by the way. If I stay home extra couple of hours than I need to do, I start to feel this empty feeling. It's like I'm not productive. I can imagine what it would feel if you're on the field and you're just knocking out calls every hour, and you know that that call might change two people's lives. The person who we're just talking to, that might change their life, and the person who sponsored them. Can you imagine that, knowing every single time you get on the call, every single time you get on the call, that, I mean, that's exhilarating. That's really exhilarating. You don't get that in the job, the traditional business. You don't get that in my job. I go in and up to here with paperwork, and but imagine, who gets that at the office is our park department, right? The shipping department, because a package that's going is about to change someone's life. It's about to make somebody healthier. So this gratification, being able to, so if I can get so much out of these calls, and John's a good example. He's got 40 years and slow day 10. I can tell you something. He's a guy, he's got a family, he's got kids, all that. He's a guy that if his phone doesn't ring, he'll be depressed. Because again, he's at the state of flow where the adrenaline that comes in, knowing that you just talked to somebody else, and based on your recommendation, they may change this much. Whether they get it or not, if you add something to their life on that call, that could change it, that could help them out. So that's incredible. So three-way calling is something that we need to get back into this every single day. DMO, DMO, DMO. Remember what we talked about, right? Our job is pretty simple. We got two metrics that we got to follow. Two. That's it. Two. One is, what is your opulence score? What's opulence score? Put it in the chat group. What is opulence score? I want to see who knows. So if I ask you, what is your opulence score? What does that mean? Tell me. What is your opulence score? Anyone? We've talked about this now 3 weeks in a row. You should know. There you go. Berlin knows. Congratulations. Cost Transit, Carolyn Chung. Good job. Good job. Good job. All right. Carolyn Chung and Berlin, you guys get a hold of me. I'm going to throw some exit at you because you were quick. Next time, guys, be quick. Right? Be quick. Message me. Throw some exit at you. So, what's your opulence score? It's like basically from morning to night, you got 30 plus use cases. What is your opulence score? If you're using all the use cases that we have, what happens? Your opulence score should be 30 plus. So what's your opulence score? So start working on that. When you launch somebody, right from month number one, you want them up front. Listen, so what's the first thing we do? We're gonna do cost transition, and we're gonna get rid of the stuff in your bathrooms, and we're gonna put stuff. You're gonna start testing and getting healthier with the opulence products. That's the first thing. Second thing is what John's talking about. In this case, we call it what's your forensic score. What's your forensic score? Right? Notice how many calls, how many meetings, how many tours are you doing? From the business point of view, what's the cost transition? Cost transition is you, right? It's you basically trying to product stuff. And then your forensic score, right? That's opulence score. Your forensic score is if it's about other people, right? So what do? Well, we get up in the morning. If you have a team already, thank everybody who placed the order that day. Thank them. You know what's interesting? I went out. I have another business, and it's a luxury business. And anyways, something that I'm interested, excited to get going. And so I went ahead and registered on the site, and it has something to do with weddings and stuff, right? Very next day, the phone rang. I saw it. I was too busy. I didn't answer. Following day, they called again. I was busy. I didn't answer. Following day, they called me again. I was coming back from Walla. This time I had time. I answered the phone. It was just one of their people saying, "We just want to welcome you, show you around a bit. Thank you for." I didn't pay anything, right? This is just basically one of those things you sign up for. I want to show you on the side, answer your questions. I'm thinking to myself, "Oh man, what a beautiful thing, right?" I'm the biggest fan now, right? I didn't give her a penny. I didn't give her a penny. I'm going to, we just take you through the site. Have any questions, show you how it works and stuff like that. I'm thinking to myself, every one of our email operators should be doing that. Every one of our people should be doing that. Go through anybody that placed an order. Hey, listen, there's Ramin, just you just got an order. Well, thank you for that. And what did you order? How many questions? I'm sure how I could use it. By the way, when you're on the website, you go to this place, you see this. By the way, you got some free points. And whatever that discussion is, imagine doing it like a 5 to 7 or 10-minute call. When somebody places an order which you make money on through CV, it's incredible. So first thing you do is you select the order. Second thing you welcome all the new launches, right? People are launching your team, your organization, doesn't matter where in the organization. Hey, listen, congratulations, I hear you launch. I want to show you around the website a little bit. What will you find this, that, the trainings, the webinars, and take them through the 12 commandments. I mean, this is the type of stuff that's got to happen, guys. Run a business, right? And when you start doing stuff like this, you're a different person. You're an absolutely different person. You're on your level 10, you talk different, you walk different, you just feel different. Of course, you've got a much better team because they're duplicating that too. And you just perform better. It's just that simple. You just perform better. Who's going to do better as an athlete? The one that wakes up every day and goes and works out and trains, or the one that, oh, I'll get to it one day? Who performs better? It's obvious, right? It's obvious. So what's your forensic score, right? Did you pick up in the morning and get up and see who's that? Did you explore the bit? Did you go try to tear apart your back office, your entire organization, go through it, find the reason to call somebody on the binary structure, find the reason. Most of you have orders and you have launches. Even if you don't, somebody renewed or wants to renew or have time to renew, or just they're there. They happen to be in your organization. Hey, thank you for that. I noticed that you launched, a few months back. We mean to call you. My name is so and so. So, what country you're in? Where you building? What's your plans? Lack of trust, right? What an incredible! Imagine knocking 18 of those calls on every day. It's incredible. You'll be very lucky to be able to do 18 because that means you have a pretty vibrant team. For most of you, you're still building right now, right? Maybe you have 1 a day or 2 a day. Hopefully, you'll get to 30. When I was building on the field, I had my forensic box, and the bare minimum was 50 calls a day, minimum, and that goes between green cards, red cards, and yellow cards. You know what that is? We have to do forensic trainings, and we will, because everybody should be on forensic. So yellow cards is basically people who are already a member, right? They started as a green or red. Green is general leads, red is VIP leads, important leads. So I gotta make minimum 50. I didn't always do 50. Sometimes I did 150. Sometimes I did 100. Sometimes I did 20. But I knew at the end of the month, I averaged more than 50. At the end of the year, I averaged more than 50. That's what forensic box is in detail. It tells you the 365 days exactly, because you need to gauge yourself on the long term. I did that for 14 years. It felt amazing. I told you a story. If I had a new car or something, I wanted to get out, I couldn't go because I really needed to, knock that 50 out. If I couldn't do the 50 because I was too excited about the car, I take the VIPs. I'll make sure I don't miss that. Those are money, right? You don't miss money appointments. Money appointments, you can't miss that. So, I want to make sure that we take care of the money first, and then I would catch up to the other calls another time. I knew at the end of the week I had to be minimum 50. That's your forensic. So no, it's been a while since I've done that, because I've been corporate here for 19 years now, right? It was so refreshing to hear John say he's still doing that. Like, my God. And it's amazing. He lives a good life. Beautiful family. He does his podcast. He still competes in jiu-jitsu, in judo. He's like, those are the guys that their life is complete, right? They go out, they change 18 calls, can change 18 people's lives that day. Actually 30, 36, because the prospect and the sponsor. What a beautiful way. And that's what I've done. So I'm not talking to you about things that we haven't done. Anybody who's at the top of their game, who's making full-time income in MLM, they've done that. Everybody's done that. And the ones who don't do that, they're full-time, they're at a fraction of what they need to be in income. Fraction. So they'll never see the full potential. We get paid when we get other people get paid first. Giving up for what they want, you get what you want. Giving up people what they want, get what you want. That's the order. And you know what? We used to do so much forensic. If you guys remember, back in those days, we used to do forensic like 3 days, 14-hour days. Your brain would be cooked at the end of the weekend convention. Right? But then on Monday, you're a different person. And would last you a full year. Till the following year, we do another forensic networker seminar. Right? We're gonna go back to those days. We're gonna go back to those days. So, what's your forensic score? Right? I'm guessing, but some of you may be 0. So, that's just you're promoting customer then, right? You need to start being an operator. You need to run your business. Business owners, what they do, they don't stay home. They run their business. And you need to run your business. And it's not that hard. I just told you. First thing is your cost transition. You get your 30 score, right? After that, you find other people do the cost transition. How you do that? Through tours, presentations. We have a nice new presentation now. It's very positive. After what it does, the new presentation, what it does, it's very vague on the presentation side. It's not really detailed on anything. It's designed on purpose, and then designed for you to look at your prospect and whatever is important to them, because they see everything we have. What is important to them, you focus on that, right? Some people maybe focus on fashion, great. That's all you talk about, right? Some people focus on health, great. That's all you talk about. Whatever they're interested in. Maybe some people just about money, right? Money. I just want a business and make money. Okay, then just talk comp plan. That's it. Just talk comp plan. This is a beautiful life, isn't it? Where we just have so many options. You see for the prospect, and you have many things to talk about. And so many different ways to get somebody in, change their life. So I'm pretty excited, as you can see. 4 words. Talk to anybody. Wow. Well, he's made about 15 mil, 20 mil. Talk to anybody. Any process escalation? Nah, I'll talk to anybody. Slow day, 10 scheduled calls. Busy day, 18. That doesn't include all the random calls I get from 200,000 distributors, right? I mean, those are not appointments, as far as he's concerned, maybe that's not IGA. That's just maintenance, right? This is prospects. Love it, love it. All right, so what's your forensic score? One of the things we have to do, again, we used to do this all the time. Trade shows, get back on trade shows. In your city, once a month minimum, try to do weekly. Get together, some are small, some are large. The bigger ones, maybe once every 3 months, women's show, business show, something like that. But we got to get back on, meet a lot of people and change their lives, right? You got to go to the show, thousands of people show up, get together a bunch of partners together, get organized. We have all the training, we have everything you need for you to do a very successful trade show. And you pick up 200 or 300 leads, and that's going to keep you busy. And you got to do it consistently. Every month. No, you have no problem knocking out 50 a day, because you know what? You got so many leads, and you got your box, and you have boom, boom. Next thing you know, you're full time. Next thing you know, you're making too much money to go to work. So what you do, work meaning job. Then what you do, then you go full time. Isn't that what we want at the end of the day? Work from home, full time. If our only job is have to knock 50 calls and then live a beautiful luxury life, I mean, that's not possible in the job, right? Unless you have a really big job, which case comes with a ton of stress, right? So knock out 50 to 100 a day calls. All of a sudden, you're like me 35 years later, you're like John 40 years later. That guy went corporate, he did it, he's still a distributor, right? Rezo's still a distributor. Look what's going on with Ramin. Sharon, Tommy, how long? 15, 16, 17 years of getting paid. Well, like, is that what the ultimate target is, ultimate goal is? To basically go out there, get your uplift score, get your forensic score, and do it consistently. And next thing you know, you're living some really, really nice part-time serious money. Now, next thing you know, you're buying that nice sofa you wanted, you're buying that nice bag, that you always look for, or where you never thought you could afford that fairy bag, and now you get it, or you want whatever it is, upgrade your car, whatever it is. Isn't that what the ultimate dream life would be? You come in a desk like this from home with Madonna next to you. By the way, that beautiful necklace on her face. This is a very special, customized. See that necklace? Well, that's a fairy necklace. It's actually a necklace embedded on that picture. So that's a very, very special, very famous artist has done that. So my point is to you guys, wouldn't that be an ultimate thing for you? And all you have to do, number one, become proud of the product. Get your uplift score to 30. Second thing is, get your forensic score. 40 get you 1, right? That 40 calls get you 1. That's a forensic system. Now those are calls. But now we use WhatsApp. Now we're using social media. Now we're using all kinds of things, right? So it's not as effective. Maybe you need 70, maybe 100. That's a week, by the way. It's not a daily thing. It's a week. And you do that, you can probably do 20, 30 a day, right? You do that in 2 years. Now you're making a decision between your job or stay home and do this business. It's a great position to be. Next thing, again, you want to get yourself into more quick momentum, gather a team, let's get the next trade show. It's that simple, it's instant. You can get yourself instantly on a new path today, right now. When's the next trade show? Next thing you know, now that gets you in the path again, prepared for it. Get a bunch of people together, you show up there, you do a weekend, and you got about 200 leads, boom. Get your box, and you're on your way. You're on your way. And you're already booking for the next one. You're selling a bunch of products, a bunch of customers, you revitalize, your mind's feeling better because you're productive. Because you're productive. If you're not productive, then it just doesn't feel good not being productive. I wrote my book, Life is not about achieving happiness, it's about happily achieving. So it's about the next, the next, the next. Start doing stuff that are social aspect of the MLM. Again, stuff that we did so much before. Social aspect was it, hey, Johnny, what are you doing? Yeah, let's go for coffee. There's a new coffee shop on the waterfront there. Let's go for coffee. Take your people, go spend time with them. The social aspect of network marketing. You should be having not just business. Don't just meet your people on a business call or business Zoom or business meeting. Don't. You should be talking to them outside business. You should have a social side to that, where you call somebody not because you're trying to motivate them, because you come to how they're doing, how was the vacation, how's the weather where they're at, just checking up on them, right? Like and trust. This is the beautiful part. One of the things I miss a lot from being in MLM is all the coffee sessions I used to have. I love going to a nice coffee shop. One of my favorite things to do. I love going for a nice ride. Nice ride, nice dinner afterwards, just building that. I'm telling you, you spend a night evening with somebody like that, sometimes they stay with you for 5 years. You do it regularly, they stay with you forever. Building a community. This is how you build a community. You spend some time. It's a lot of fun, anyways. You ask anybody in network marketing leader who's made money, anybody, and they'll tell you the number one thing they cherish the most about the network marketing career. It's not the money they made, it's the memories. It's the memories. So if you're not creating those memories, you're missing the whole thing. You're missing the whole thing. So create memories. Start, whatever it is in your island, in your country, your city, let's go walk by the beach, whether it's get a coffee, let's go for a walk, and whatever it's come over for coffee, just spend time and create memories. Let's go to the mall, let's do some dream building. Here's a nice one, right? Let's go dream building. Let's go to the dealership, look at a new car. How many cars have we given away? Let's go to some of the new homes that are building over there. Let's see. Let's go to the presentation center, look at this new condos, right? Dream building revitalizes your mind. It's like going to the gym and pump away or do some running, your body feels amazing. You start dream building, this feels amazing. It just releases all the toxins out, and it starts to dream, it starts to feel better, and great stuff going in. You're seeing all this positive stuff, and you come out of this rut that the world surrounded you with. We call it dream building. One basic thing you can do that's so much fun and so effective, and we thought you're gonna have a hard time. One thing happened for us, not just for us, for anybody, for all the companies. When the pandemic hit, we were all forced into Zoom, right? So, and that's fine. It was good that it's there, but now we're still in that Zoom. No. We need to be getting a presentation book, loading it up with good stuff, opulence, pictures, upline, cars, homes, whatever, comp plan. And then coffee shop, love coffee shops, boom. And then do a presentation on the presentation book. And presentation books are fun because you customize it the way you want it. You have the, of course, PowerPoint tour course, but then you customize with articles you saw in the newspaper, and something happened in the news, or you were in conference and you took some pictures of the outline, you load it up. You know what that brings to the prospect? Culture. I can guarantee you can do a presentation for someone, and presentation, remember, it's only 1/3 of the yes. Only 1/3 of the yes. It's also 1/3 of the no, right? The other 2/3 is the culture, is like and trust. So if you show like and trust, if you create that and you show the culture and what a community and all of that, you only got 2/3 of the yes already. Even if they don't like, somehow didn't like something with the presentation, it doesn't happen. But let's assume, but they'll join you anyways because they're not happy where they're at now. But they like you, they like the community, they like what they're seeing, right? I want to join that community. Build a presentation book, guys. Don't be lazy. Go to Staples tomorrow, get a binder. We send you the PowerPoint anyways, you can order it from your back office. Get that, start with that only. Plastic inserts, now you got a presentation book. And you start building it up from there. Show some brochures in there, go on our website, print some of those photos that on our website, just you guys all have cell phones and pictures on it. Just decorate your dream book, your presentation book, your tour book, and then start building it from there. These are not complicated things, but that's the fun of MLM. A prospect that's sat in front of you, and 6 months later, they have picture earned up in your tour book, presentation book, and now you're showing them to that next person. Just incredible. So travel together to presentations, small groups. So one thing we love doing is that doesn't matter what income level I was at. And I brought somebody in and say, hey, I know somebody in this town. It's a small town. I have a cousin there. Let's go on a 3-way call, right? We got a 3-way call. The guy gets excited and give him some of these calls and send him some product. Next thing you know, he's getting, right? Boom, he gets the package. Now, if he's my frontline person, I'm like, okay, doesn't matter. I'm at 50 grand a month. It makes no difference. Can you get 10 people in your living room? Yes, I can. Oh, not my living room, but I can put it in a meeting room. Great. I'm there. Boom. We're there for 10, right? And from that point on, I give them 2 weeks. Hey guys, if people who are interested, which is usually a lot of people at that point because it's new, can you guys put 10 people each? And okay, we're coming back in 2 weeks, right? Now, in the meantime, my guy goes in every week. I'm on the phone with him. But this is what it is. Eventually, we have one official grand opening of the city. Now we have a big hotel, whatever. And, now you got the city opened up. And from that city, who do you guys know to the next town? Oh, well, I know everybody there. And that's somebody. Okay, good. Call somebody, 3-way call. Let's talk to them. And the 3-way call, we go there. Can you get 10 people in the room? Yeah, okay, I'm coming. Sometimes they can do 10, sometimes they can do 50, sometimes they can do 5. Doesn't make it different. Could be 3. Makes no difference. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right? To win a marathon, you got to take the first step. It doesn't matter. As long as someone's there to look at the presentation, we get our vitality from presenting. If you're an MLM, you get your energy and vitality from presenting. If you're not presenting, you're getting old. The thing I always say, when you're fresh, you're ripe. When you're ripe, you rot. Right? So as long as you are staying fresh because you're presenting and presenting the next, you're staying fresh. And the ones who are rotting are the ones they just didn't do anything. They're becoming ripe, and I mean, I don't. Every time I see Maria, like she's always got somebody there. You know, great. And Renee today, I was leaving. I was coming up to the office, and he was leaving with somebody. He said, "Hey, this is the guy. I don't know where he met him, Best Buy or something. I don't know where about it." But we had brought some. He had a guest there. He had a guest there when I was walking into the office. They were walking out. No, we all agree Renee's fresh, right? He's fresh. So there's so much goodness in opulence. There's so much goodness in this type of business that not only you feel better, you mentally, physically, all this. You're just a better person. You're just a better person because the world is pretty negative. We're running out of time, so we're gonna put the fun back into the business. And one thing we're gonna start doing, we have a lot of fun with. We're gonna get into the comp plan training. When we started, I used to just go in front of a room and I used to spend like 4 hours on the comp plan, talk about ours compared to what's so much better than everyone else's. And nothing has changed. It's still the same thing. Here's ours, here's everyone else's, and our people were sharp. They were so like our people would crucify anyone else from other companies. We had people who were new with us, maybe at the LD2 level, and they would go with a millionaire from another company and would crucify that person in the comp plan knowledge. And so we're going to start doing that again. You're going to get together 2 hours, you're going to pump out all the details about comp plan so you can get better appreciation. A, how good it is. B, all the benefits and perks, and most importantly, how to maximize the comp plan. We're going to put that in. Another thing we're going to do, we're going to do what we used to do. We used to call, in my first company, we're going to do some bathroom inspections. When you're dropping one of the distributors home, I can use the bathroom. And you go just to make sure that everything in there has to be opulence, right? Everything in there has to be opulence. If you don't have shampoos that's opulence, then you're gonna get a pitch, right? You're gonna get an earful. Like what is your opulence score again? Like why is it that your toothpaste is the one with the poison in it? Like it doesn't make any sense, guys. It doesn't. You let your kids take this stuff, like so. We're gonna start to do some bathroom inspection. All right, I'm gonna try to rush through this. We're gonna start the posh up and very nice dress code. That's right, posh up and very nice dress code. You come into the new office. By the way, you want to come to the new office? We're gonna have these fun games. Because the new office is gonna be like the old days again. Old days when you should come into this office, the members paid $5 or $6 to get in, and the guests were for free. And so then we just let it go. But the new office will be the same thing, but then we do some really cool stuff for your guests. So we'll make sure that your guest goes home, with a beautiful package and all this stuff. So we want to start doing things opulence, right? And we're gonna have these little games, like you come in, and if you happen to be the best, very nice or posh up individual, then you know what? Maybe you don't pay the $5 or $6 to get in, and your guest will still get a package. You know what I mean? It's not about the $5 or $6, it's about the recognition. It's about the culture. It's about putting it out there that when you do things right, you should get recognized for it. And we're going to be doing a lot of little fun stuff like that. So again, putting the fun back in the game. All right, everybody. So overall it's a beautiful business, right? And you got the Safe Home Revolution, you got the Fountain of Life, these are very important products, right? The Safe Home Revolution. It's a very, very important part of our life, right? For health reasons of children, all this stuff, right? So the Safe Home Revolution is the very important part of our life, and then we got the fashion line is the fun part of our life, and you need both. You need both. One without the other, I'm telling you, they're incomplete. You need both because you do the health thing, and now the fashion thing is not fun, right? We already know that, right? It's not fun. You do both, not only you double, triple your crowd, you have a lot more fun, you make a lot more money, and and it gives you a lot more retention and activity because you only get paid 40 years from now. You want people to be using their mall and someone else's mall. So with that, I'm going to pass it on to our fearless hostess, and we can take the call home.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you, CEO Ramin, for those powerful insights and information you have shared with us today. You know what? We're talking about the safe home revolution, and right now,
Look at you! Look
I
at
can
that
proudly
watch!
say,
Bring
I
it
can
in, bring it
proudly
in,
say,
bring it in. Show me.
yeah, yeah.
I love
I have
it.
our, I have
Love
our,
it.
yeah, and look at the hair. In 3 years now, I am using our shampoo and so much um savings in the salon. No more.
Hustling.
Yeah, and
LD3. Guys,
yeah,
see,
and
she is the epitome of a leadership right there. You don't
yes,
have to ask what is her opulence score. You know what is her opulence score, right? Look at it, decked down from head to toe. This is what I want to see again. Because that's how this opulence was all about. And it's coming again. Wow, this is fantastic.
yes, thank you so much. You know, the best decision I've ever made is being with Opulence family. That's all I can say. So so grateful I have with this all these people, our CEO. I remember our SBP Sanas in Thailand last year. She said, "Are you a pillar or are you a bridge?" Of course, I'm a pillar. That's why I'm having this
That's
hosting
right.
now.
Killer.
Yeah,
Strength, you
all
seem to say,
all
right?
yes, all my friends, leaders like Fedelin de Jos, you are a pillar. You should be a host. We all should be
Right.
level up,
And I
making
love the
so,
banner behind you, the banner, yeah, with everything that you're wearing. I mean, this is one perfect example of a leader you want to follow and duplicate.
yeah. So thank you so much, and that's all. So again, for our next Tuesday evening at 9 o'clock. Don't ever miss our forensic call with our very own CEO Ramin. Thank you so much. I love this call. To the
Thank you for
billions and
thank you for
yeah,
doing what you're doing to the billion and stay forensic,
and
everybody.
stay
Till next week.
forensic.